It was dark, quiet and cold in the ship. My bunks uncomfortable and my roommate is snoring loudly. I want to punch him in the throat just to make him shut up. I toss and turn, trying to get comfortable and back to sleep, but I'm failing. Eventually I manage to get back to sleep and I dream of war. My sleep is interrupted by the shrill of singing sirens. There is an intruder. I launch myself out of bed, not so elegantly tripping and slamming my shoulder into the wall. I wince but rush for my trunk. I pry it open, reaching inside to pull my uniform out. I slide my hunchback armor on, then canteen over that. I grab my hin, checking its clip and grabbing some extra before switching the safety off. I jog out of my room, following the river of other soldiers from our rooms. A large, stilt-legged woman directs us to the right of the hallway's break, and we all rush through. The group splits up, and I'm with a soldier I've never met before. He looks unsure, so I growl and perk an eyebrow in his general direction, and he whispers, "Tenno." I'm surprised. I've never met a Tenno in person. I doubt I'd want to, though. We're supposed to shoot on sight unless directed otherwise. Sometimes they help us, but sometimes they rip our forces apart. My newfound partner and I march our way through a few rooms, eyes peeled for the intruder, but then I spot something. It was a shadow darting between a few boxes, so I notified my companion and approached the spot where I saw the shadow. I peered around the boxes, but nothing, so I just shake my head, turn around to check on my partner, and he is not there. I brace my weapon and look around, only to spy his decapitated, amputated corpse on the ground. I suddenly feel a lump in my throat. Something's trying to make its way out. I force it back down and approach his body. A few trails of blood, red droplets, led through a doorway, so I followed the metaphorical breadcrumbs. Behind the door is what I could only describe as a nightmare. More of my mutilated brothers and sisters. I widen my eyes. The shadow spotted once more out of the corner of my eye. I track it, and what meets my gaze is wonderful. A feminine figure stands over a whimpering butcher, and large, glowing claws are enveloping her fingers. I grunt "Tenno" as gently as I could, but it comes out as a growl. I try to raise my hands in a sign of friendliness, only digging my grave further. Because right now, my rifle is pointing straight at her face, and she lunges towards me. I feel a sharp pain that shoots through my side, and she's got me. Her hands tearing through my torso, her claws burning. My vision darkens. I fall to the floor. I can't feel my legs. I can't feel anything. Is this what death is? Oh, I really enjoyed this one. By the way, this was from Mr. Rangatastical, and he is on PC. So congratulations, dude, you just won yourself some platinum. However, my bank isn't processing payments right now, so I can't buy platinum, so you will have to wait until Tuesday. So you will just have to wait a couple of days, and I hope that's not too much of a bummer. Now, I really enjoyed this story because, well, first of all, it was a good story, but also the theme, being from a perspective of a Grineer on a Grineer ship that's under attack by us, the Tenno, or in this story, more specifically, Valkyr. And by the way, if you've already sent me your story and the story didn't win, do not worry. I've gotten so many stories that I've picked like 6 of them, but I'll have to space them out over a couple of weeks because if I were to do it in one video, that video would be like 2 hours long. And before I end the video, I want to say thank you to a lot of people because I somehow forgot to include your very generous gifts in my previous videos. So thank you to Mr. Kizushidesu, Swiftly XX, Mr. The Sword of Light, and that's a weird way to say it, Mr. Stormwave and Yes, and Mr. Rimono for sending me the Valkyr, Clem, Lotus, and Proto Excalibur Noggles, and also to Forma. So thank you very much, guys. And that's pretty much it for the video, so I hope you have enjoyed it. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.